Danielle here from Night Family Motorsport channel. We are off on road trip this weekend. It's Friday morning, nearly 7 o'clock, and we're about 15 minutes away from Willowbank now. Had a very early wake up. We were out of bed at just before 4 o'clock.
Yeah, big day for us, but no, it should be good. We've got a few cars that we're helping out on support. Obviously I'm doing some trackside tuning, and they're good mates of mine as well. So we got Macca's little RB20 Corona is going down again. See if we can defend our 235 radial blown title that we managed to actually take home last year, so that was good. We got Pete's ute coming down, the Mental 6 VR2JZ ute. It's just been freshly teched and everything, so we're actually looking forward to being able to actually turn this thing up and have a good crack at it. Also, just this week just gone, I've actually just recently helped out on the skid factory, the Fairlane that they've done, the 1UZ Turbo Fairlane. We've set that up with a whole heap of new cool features. It's got a new gearbox, it's got a trans brake, it's got a 9-inch diff and all this sort of stuff, so he's pretty keen to have a real crack. He's also running in the 235 radial blown class, so the same that Macca's already running in, so it'll be good. We've got 2 cars in that class. But yeah, as I said, not long now we'll be at the track, and yeah, really keen to see how the day pans out. We'll be getting some footage throughout the event. It's a 3-day event, so yeah, we'll get a whole heap of footage and make something nice for you all.
Professional. Hey, Pete, if you ever need someone to guide you on a trail, mate, I'm your man.
And then shoot every one, you know what I mean? And then you can look, and that way, if you run a really good pass, you go, fuck, that was an awesome one. And then you're like, I have no idea what I did, you know what I mean? And at least then you've got it.
Have your wristband on, and you should have your entrant number on that wristband. So if you don't, get it sorted out at the end of the briefing. That number on your wristband should also match your car, and that does play a role throughout the whole weekend in regards to the checkpoints that we're using. So guys, make sure you've got your wristbands, and like I say, numbers need to be on them, need to match the car. Guys, your crew also should have their wristbands on and also signed in. Anybody that for a crew hasn't signed in, guys, can I get you to do that? It's a part of the obligation that I run for the contract for running here for this event. So make sure your crew.
Alrighty, we're heading up for the first pass in the Fairlane. We'll see how it goes. Track is sounding tight. Oh no, he's going for the back tires. That's alright. Man, this track is tight. Alright, we're going up for the first pass in the Corona. We're really hoping it's not too fast. We'll see how it goes. Last one in Petey's ute, there she is. He's licensing, so she's just turned down. but he's doing his licence passes today. Very exciting. Been a long time coming.
Mental 6, welcome back to the track. Haven't seen these guys for a while. Always great fun to watch. The Mental 6 Commodore Ute. In the speed fly lane, run 6:43, first pass of the day for him.
So Pete's just lining up for his second licensing pass with the IHRA official.
Just looking at the Corona, trying to dial in on that 650. We ran a little bit too fast this morning, so we've been trying to slow the car down. It's a little bit faster than we were anticipating. Up for run in Pete's Ute. We got our tech done, so let's see what we can do. Beating spun after the hit. All the street tyre cars have been going down, so the track's maybe going away a little bit. That's all right. We'll have a look at the data and probably just turn it down a little bit just after the hit.
What's going on with Pete's car, Kai?
Well, we're just pulling a log. It spun pretty bad on the hit, which quite a few other people have been spinning as well. It's just after all the hard tyre cars have gone down, so yeah.
And Pete's over here in his natural habitat, pumping oil into his car.
Also a very natural thing for him to do.
It's only $300 a drum. One of them a day.
We're gonna Repco tomorrow and buying some more.
Oh, it's a cheaper version of that. So cheap.
You won't have to change it all though, just keep putting filters on it. You have to cycle that much.
Oh, I delete the filter.
Delete the filter, delete, yeah. Got a good problem and a bad problem. We can't slow the Corona down. Well, I'm trying. I pulled 5 pound out of it and it still went too fast. And I pulled another 8 pound out of it. We're trying to slow this damn thing down. We're also trying to go faster to 60 foot. So we're trying to kill two birds with one stone. We want to try and get the car to go to the 60 hard, but we want to, so we can learn the chassis, but then pulling all the power out, trying to keep down to our 650, proving very difficult. skid. That might be too much tire temperature. He short shifted that.
How'd we go, Pete?
Oh, it felt pretty good.
Felt pretty good?
Dan's still shaking.
Look at that. Awesome.
Fucking close. Either way, just call it whatever it is.
Did you just go 30 pounds all the way through?
It is, it's just 30 pound all the way through and there's cleaned up a little bit of stuff, so yeah. It's
Cleaned up, yeah.
yeah.
Cleaned up my driving skills, or?
Make sure that bonnet's down.
Disable the traction button so you don't have to.
This time, speed slow lane. Delivery gets away. It runs 583, 129 miles per hour.
What's going on, Petey?
Not usual, mate.
Just waiting for a mate.
Yeah, waiting for a mate, you know, just. I use about 100 ml of fuel and about 4 litres of oil a pass, so.
Going up, afternoon session, pass 1 for the Corona.
Yeah, hey Macca, how well does your car do a skid with traction control on?
Doesn't work.
Traction control is very effective
Yeah.
at managing traction.
Let's just say the traction control works.
We'll follow Paulie's car. He's in that same class as, he's in that 650 limited class, so he'll be doing a back off. It's not teched yet, so. Let's go. Another really cool car is Corey's little G200 Gemini. Very quick little car. Looks like it's running a street tire class. So be interesting to see how Corey goes. so keen. It's great to see. Just an excellent turnout.
Lane up against the big BG hard top over there in the Rocket Industries lane.
How'd you go, Corey? How'd you go?
67109.
On a street tyre. That's got to be one of the best ever.
Nearly there.
I like it. It looked good. It looked quick.
Yeah, it still clears the computer a bit, and then it sort of takes a little while to then start climbing. But yeah.
Yep. Wicked.
I got boost leads.
Oh. So what's the rundown, mate?
G200 Gemini engine,
Yep.
Trimatic gearbox. There's just forged pistons, hot rods, blocks O-ring now, MLS gasket.
Stock cylinder head casting.
Yeah, it's only
What turbo's on it?
It's a G35 900.
Yeah, nice. Excellent. And what engine management are you running?
Adaptronic M2000.
Wicked.
It's about 32 pounds of boost.
32 pounds, running 670s. And, what was it,
109.
109?
I still got about, I can take it to 40, so.
That's wicked. What's your 60 foot on this little, you're on a street tyre, aren't you?
Bit of 1.7.
1.7 60 foot on a legit street tyre.
200 treadwear.
What a weapon.
Hilarious.
Anyway, good work, Corey. Love the car. Always love the car. Oh, yeah. So good. Alrighty, we're here, morning of day 2. Day 1 recap. Yeah, we went pretty good. Managed to go 653 in Macca's Corona. He's in a 650 limited class. We did run a bit too fast in the morning. We were very fortunate to be allowed back on track again. We'd been completed and said we would turn it way down. We were allowed to run again.
5.8.
Yeah, Petey got his first 5 in the Ute. He got his tech done, and then we managed to. We had some struggle with the track a little bit on the start line. We need to make some chassis changes on that, which we're contemplating doing. We're going to see if we can find some springs and stuff to make it a chassis adjustment and tweak the fore link a little bit, see if we can get the car to go a little bit better the 60 foot, but we did manage to still go with a very soft 1.460. We still managed to go 580, which Pete was stoked with. He's had little gremlins throughout the car for a while, and we finally got it to the point where we're teched. The gremlins, his license, the gremlins seem to be all but gone, and yeah, so, and he got his 5, so yeah, he's stoked. It's his first ever 5 second 8. So we're keen to just keep working on the combination now. We just took away at it. So otherwise, yeah, successful day 1, and we're going up towards the drivers briefing for day 2. We're heading up with Curly. He's going out in his extremely tough wagon. He's in the aspirated 235 radial class. Curly is well known for his little red short wheelbase patrol. This is his other car. It's absolutely stunning. Gonna grab some footage of it for him. Not bad. Next time we're going up with Dan Hookham in his pretty car. She's rough, a little rough, but she's good to go. On a street tyre, on the street radial blown class, LS combo, turbo LS combo, obviously. Loves it. See if he can hook up just on an all street tyre. $718 at 100
107. He's done better. He spun a little bit. Corey's heading up for his first pass in the gem. Just a little skid. Corey's currently leading this street radial blown class. Went 660 yesterday on a proper street tyre. That, we believe, is the fastest pass that's ever been run on a true street tyre at road trip. Dave's heading up in the Beamer. Good mate of ours. Little burnout. Car's been around for ages. Pete's Volvo wagon, 1 user turbo. Been around for ages, really good at braking diffs. He loves his street tyre class. Pete and I actually used to duke it out ages ago when I used to have my Aristo. We used to race together in the street tyre blown class. So yeah, known Pete for a while. Really good guy. Alrighty. I don't think that skid helps us. 1 user turbo. I don't think that skid's going to help a street tyre, but I'm sure it looks cool. Alright, staging. Here we go. .724 and 100. Alrighty, we're heading up with Corey again. Went 670 last pass. He thought he had a boost leak sorted. Turns out it seems to still be there, so he had a bit of power pulled out of the car in anticipation that it might overshoot his boost targets. He's turned it back up again now. Spicy. He's turned it back up again now, so he's going to see if he can do what no one else has done, and that is run to his class index, which is a 650 on a 200 treadwear street tyre. He's already got the fastest pass that I know of on a 200 treadwear street tyre at the road trip with a 660. He's turned it up a little more. Going to see if we can get that magic 50. are doing a great job keeping the track real good all weekend. Let's go. For Macca, we've had a 646, we've had a 655, we're going to go up, we'll see what we can do. Alrighty, we're heading up with Macca again. Now this pass is going to be something a little different. What we got is there's a dial your own comp later on tonight, where there's $3,000 up for grabs, so the person who can win it, it's like heads up racing, but dial your own, right? So, well, not heads up racing, but it's a dial your own. So you're racing the guy in the lane beside you. You got to win the race, but you can't break out. So you can't go faster than the time you nominate. And then the tree is staggered. You know, I'm sure you guys know how dial your own racing works. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to do a pass to the Corona instead of bringing it right up on the trans brake. Just because we don't know who we're going to pull in this deal. You know, we could pull a car that runs a 10-second 8th mile. And if that was the case, Macca would be sitting on the trans brake for 5 seconds before he's going to let the thing go, which would end up just killing the trans. So what we're going to do is we're just going to be leaving effectively before the nitrous sprays, and then we're going to just feed into it and let it spray. So something a bit different. It'll look really slow this pass. There's a competition going on tonight they ran a coaster bus down the track Friday morning before we all got here, and there's $500 up for grab for the person who can run the closest to its time but without going under it. So we're going to try to be a bus. So I literally asked Macca what's his plan, and he said he's going to drive as if he was driving a bus. Going for that coaster bus feel. We're up here again with Mark in the fair lane, fresh off his first ever wheel stand, and he's so far 660. We spiced up the launch a little bit, just even a little bit harder. It looks like it's at a pretty good place now. It's pretty turbo and intercooler limited, so it's at a happy place to be left at the moment. But yeah, he was absolutely stoked after his 660. He was fist pumping, and yeah, got a little wheelie and everything. He was really, really excited. Yeah, what's going on, mate?
Over here.
Big Woody in the house. Big Woody. We're getting for that. We're going for that that front wheel action.
I want to see a 650 here, Ty.
You want to see a 650? Oh, that'd be awesome. I don't think it's going to do, but maybe. How good? Here we go. 6:53. We're heading up with Mark for pass 1 in the fair lane. He went a 6:59 last night, which is his PB. Little wheelie as well. Let's see how we go today. Also got Macca coming up straight behind. We're rolling through quick at the moment. How did that feel, Mark? Bloody awesome. How good?
PB.
PB.
Yep, did a 1496.60.
6:55 with the 3. How good?
Bloody awesome.
It carries the wheel nicely.
Oh, I felt that too.
It's right where, like I said, you wouldn't want to throw much more in it on the leave without Caltrax and stuff. But yeah, I think we got it pretty well dialed. You got to be happy with that.
Oh, real happy, Gary. You've done really well.
Oh, cheers, man. Cheers, man. Thanks so much. What's going on here, Macca? Fucking big matchup coming up.
Biggest race of the weekend.
Biggest race of your life, mate.
Very, very nice.
Biggest race of your life. Up against the infamous Gary. Alrighty, we've managed to tee up a race with Gary. The one, the only Gary. This should be good. Let's go. That's it, mate. What's happened?
That's the Gary crown.
That's the crown. What happened, mate?
Oh, she blew
CV blew up.
CV, mate.
That's alright. She's done well all weekend.
Yeah.
Or have you done multiple? This is the first breakage, isn't it?
one.
Yeah. Have you got spares?
No.
Bugger.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bloody good racing with
Thank you, mate. It was good.
So good. Yeah. Alrighty, boys. Next year, we'll do it again. Sounds like a plan. Alrighty. Macca and Paulie lining up for a run. A little bit of a grudgy between the two boys. All in good fun. See how they go.
left truck out there now. Left truck. 7204, 99 miles. Big smoky burnout. Mars, fold up. And there goes your blue wheel, anything right here at the smoky burnout, the family style. Well, a little bit of tank slap happening there towards the end, but it was out fun.
Sponsored by Ipswich Gearbox Repairs, the 235 Street Radial Blown. In third place, Gary Green.
Gary!
In second place, Macaulay Lewis.
Hey!
And in first place, Luke Cope.
Alright, so we're heading back to the sunny coast after the road trip, all done and dusted. We actually forgot to do a day 2 recap clip, so we're going to cover both of that now.
Yeah, so day 2 was pretty good for all the cars. Macca ended up handing in a 652 flat in the Corona, which we were pretty happy with. He's in that 650 limited class, so you're not allowed to run any faster than that. We did run faster than that multiple times through the weekend. We actually really struggled to slow the car down. The new turbo, the thing, it just wants to go fast. It's yeah, so we were struggling that. We did a string of 30s and 40s, and yeah, and then we managed to get a couple of 50s in there. Yes, we handed in a 52, a 652, and for Pete's car, we got our licensing out of the way on Friday, so we were allowed to turn the car up. We managed the best of a 581 at 127, which was pretty good. We are limited in the back end. The springs in the back end is something that we ran into. We already knew it wasn't quite ideal, but we were interested to just use the event as a testing, just as a test event more than anything for that car. Simply because the amount of track time you get at the Road Trip Drag Challenge is way more than what you would get at most other events. It's easy to do 10 plus passes a day, like easily. You can easily do that every day normally. There's not many other events you can even do where you can get 10 plus passes a day. So for us, it was more of a test event. And yeah, so we went 581, 127. That was at around about 42 pounds of boost. Rolling that in, leaving on about 25-ish. We then pulled it back, pulled the log, had a look at everything. Everything looked really good. It started to break up a little bit. You can probably see it on the video. It was breaking up a little bit, so we ended up just gapping the plugs down a little bit more, and that cleaned up that misfire, no problems. So yeah, we gapped the plugs down a little bit and got rid of that misfire. Ran out, got out there, ran the car again, and on the next pass, we think we've had an injector failure, because the 580-127 pass, all the EGTs look perfect, the plugs look perfect, everything looked literally perfect, and it was soft, it's fat, everything looks, you know, just testing essentially. The very next pass comes out, looks good, and then cylinder 6 EGT, about 2.5 seconds into the run, just started to rise a bit. And what you'll see, it didn't get up too hot, it didn't get hot enough to hit a cylinder shutdown limit or anything like that, but it started to rise and then it fell. In my experience, a little rise and fall like that on a cylinder will generally mean it leans out. EGT probes themselves don't react particularly fast, so they're good to, we can tell that the cylinder 6 was where the issue was, but not normally fast enough to base any actual like shutdown from or something. So, and
we were missing a spark plug bounce strap.
Yep, so we pulled it back into pits, coils and plugs out after we could see the log, and then we saw that I saw the little anomaly on cylinder 6 EGT, pulled it out, sure enough, ground strap's gone on cylinder 6, which if anybody knows, you know, it's hurt itself definitely. If you pull the plug out and the ground strap's gone, yep, it's detonated in that cylinder definitely. In this case, every other plug in the engine literally looked brand new with like no heat in them at all, which is what we'd expected. Like, we weren't leaning on the car, it was a test event, so everything was soft, the mixture was fat, the timing was soft, everything was just chilled, and literally all the other plugs looked like brand new. And then cylinder 6, ground strap's gone, porcelain smashed, yep, 100% she's leaned out in that cylinder. So we think it's probably taken an injector out or something like that, maybe a bit of trash has got caught in it, and at that kind of power level, it doesn't take long for a cylinder running lean for it to take itself out. You know, like literally a couple tenths of a second running lean at that level will, yeah, as you see, just totally melt down a cylinder. So when we come back in, we ended up picking him up. He shut the car off on the shutdown. He heard a funny noise and shut the car down. We fired it up. It sounds like it's probably squeezed the rod bearing out or something like that. It's a bit tappy. So we'll pull the motor out, pull the motor down, see what it's done. Hopefully it's just a rod bearing. But anyway, we'll let you know what we find. So anyway, event's done. Ended up getting second in the class with the Corona, which we were super happy with. Like our class, which is great, it was that tight. Like the day 1 we got second in the Corona. Day 2 I believe we got first, I believe is what it was, and then day 3 second again, we're pretty sure. They haven't actually fully released the whole breakdown, but we did get out for the whole weekend. We got second. They released the total event breakdown points and everything a couple days after the event, but yeah, second for the whole weekend. It was super tight. Like literally we handed in a 6.53 on Friday, we handed in a 6.52 on Saturday,
today was
today was a 6.515. So we had like an average of the whole weekend of a 6.52, and you're not allowed to go any faster than a 6.50. So we literally handed in, and our average would have been it's 2 100ths off the time. So we're pretty happy with that. I mean, that's the thing is, with cars like this and track conditions and the temperature, we were fighting clouds that were coming and going all day, so the track temperature was getting higher and lower and higher and lower. Literally with no tuning changes whatsoever to the car, we were seeing a fluctuation of a couple hundredths every pass. So it was almost luck of the draw as to what you were going to run, you know what I mean? And again, this morning we ran out, first pass, no changes to the tune. It went 52. Yesterday it went a 47, you know what I mean? And then it went a 48, and then we ended up, yeah, basically just Macca was playing around with just like short shifting and leaving it slightly different boost pressures, just trying to shave a 100th or so off it, and we ended up with the 51.5. But yeah, We would have loved a 0, but it was one of those things. Everyone was getting tired towards the end of the event, and they shut the lanes down early because there just wasn't enough cars circulating through. Our last pass, the last pass we've done a string of passes. We probably did 8 passes or something today, and our best one was a 51.5. So anyway, you get that, guys. Absolutely magic event. If you, like I said, Road Trip Jag Challenge, it's got to be one of our favourite events of the year. Track time, everything like that, it's 10 out of 10. And Mick and Jane, who run the event, you couldn't ask for more lovely people. So get on it, guys. I do hear that he's going to have a couple events coming up in the. He's normally only does one a year. He's been saying that he's maybe going to do a winter and a summer version next year, which I know a lot of people have always been asking for some racing in some cooler weather. And he
was that saying he's going to aim for May to June next year? So
yeah, he was saying May, June in the drivers' briefings. Keep your eye out for a, you know, like a winter one. Anyway, guys, I've been rambling long enough. Catch us on the next video.